are y'all doing today? I hope everything is great. I'm doing great. There's a lot of things that's been going on that I've been noticing, and I want to share some things that I've been intuitively, emotionally, and mentally been noticing. You hear any noise in the background? That's my AC. My ears feel funny to me. So anyway, I've been noticing, and some of you are sensitive like this, where you can feel things in the ethers or in the air. Oh, excuse me. Hold on while I get some. I hope that do it. I missed a week only because some things are moving forward in my life that needed to move forward. And but yeah, I've been noticing some good things, at least for me, because a lot of times you can feel things going on in the atmosphere. At least I can. I feel things going on in the atmosphere, and I'm not going to make this a long video. Um, so I'm working somewhere different. And it's so interesting how people could bring aboard people without checking their backgrounds. Certain things don't get done at a certain time. They say they're helping people when they hire people, and pay attention to it if this is you. And I find that no matter where I work, I observe, I pay attention, even amongst family, because there's some things even about myself that you learn from your own. And if you say you're helping people by hiring people who have been through things in life and to give them a chance, but yet you're pocketing most of that help. And I come to understand that a lot of times these type of people get hired on because they don't have to pay them as much. So I do understand that if you hire down, you pay down. Okay? I get it. So even people out there who are watching this, if you're watching this and you're wondering why you're not getting the pay that you think you deserve, really do some research about corporate and professional environments, how they expect you to conduct yourself. Because even if you ran a business and you ran that business shady, really do some reflection. Take a look at yourself and understand. Go inside. why that business only lasted a month or two, less than a year. Because if you don't give good customer service, even if you don't treat your employees right, don't expect anything good to come out of that. Because you have to think about yourself, how you would go about a certain thing. Now, I know you're wondering why are we talking about stuff like this. Intuitively, what I'm gathering from just those little experiences is that we're coming into a time of what they call the separation. And just because you believed a certain thing, look up that word believe, B-L-I-E, to accept. And I know I said B-L-I-E by way of, or the being able to lie to someone or accepting something you don't even know. People always feel confident about their belief. What do you know? What do you know about what you're getting into? And right here, I'm even talking to me, but I can say I'm grateful. I just didn't get into anything because sometimes you're guided. So many people believe, but the only time they know is when it comes to their work. What about also knowing about what's guiding your spirit? What's guiding you intuitively? Are you paying attention to your intuition or what you feel is for you? There's a lot of people I observe and I see, they say they felt they were guided and then it didn't work out. But I do observe those who are truly guided. Now think about when you say you're guided, how are you treating people? So maybe you were guided to something that didn't work out for you. You got to think about that. Because when you say you're spiritual people, spiritual can be positive or negative. Because whether you know it or not, we do have positive and negative charges within us. I don't know if you heard the story. This was told to me about, well, seen on the cartoon, you know, you have the good angel on one side and the bad angel on the other side, positive, negative charges. So meaning you have the right to decide to go either way and to use them either way. Doesn't necessarily mean that negative is always going to be used negatively. Negative can be used towards those who are coming at you negatively, and you have to defend yourself against that which is negative. Okay? Psychology is a mofo. It is. Psychology is a mofo. What is it? Philosophy is a mofo also. And I don't mean that in a bad way. See, yeah, I put that out there. It is. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on here long, but let me just tell you. So I've been feeling something in the air. I don't know if everyone is feeling something good in the air, but it almost takes me back to my childhood, maybe when I was in middle school, maybe even the beginning part of high school. I don't know if I should take it that far, but I can take it that far back to when I was in my preteens. And I was just living carefree. I was living in a part of town of Atlanta. Yeah. And then again, maybe I can take it a little further back when I was in elementary school going to summer camp. So it could have been around my fourth, fifth, and sixth grade, around that time. Feeling carefree, feeling good, feeling like new beginning all the time. Not just new beginnings one time, new beginnings just every every time you wake up. Because when you speak about time, you speak about a measurement, but when you're just speaking about going to sleep during a part of that wake that shadow hour, that hour, those hours you call night, and then waking up, it felt like a new beginning. And I can't put my finger on how to explain that to you. It's an intuitive feeling that I get. Something that if you pay attention to it and you're used to it and you've gotten used to it and how to pay attention to the guidance, the synchronicities it gives you, and the signs it gives you, knowing that you're doing your best for you. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that because the way I started off was imperfect in this world because I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I came into this world. Now, y'all want to call it a world of sin? I don't know what you want to call it. I call it what y'all call some of these places you send your children, school, learning. And then again, maybe I shouldn't use the word school because when you break the word school down, it goes back to the Hebrew word um, shu, that means hell. So again, let me take that back. I came into a world of learning lessons that needed to be learned. And I'm learning them. And I would love to share a lot more with you because there have been some things I've seen on this journey. I know y'all speak of a lot of conspiracies and a lot of certain things I've witnessed earlier on in my years, even when I was a child, a teen, but more as an adult because I was awakening to things I doubted and passed them off as hallucination, or I was hallucinating when I wasn't even on drugs. Never did drugs except for the over-the-counter ones for pain, cough, colds, what have you. Okay? These are things we need to pay attention to and stop blowing them off. And that's what I am grateful for, that I came into the teachings of Dr. Malachi Z. York and being able to meet him and learn a lot. Now, there are some people who weren't satisfied by him because they couldn't get what they wanted, so they made up some things. But there are a lot of people who learned a lot. Many are called, few are chosen. And the few are chosen are the ones who are grateful for his teachings. The other many are those who didn't get what they wanted and made up stories. And that's all I'm going to say about that here. It is 626. 626, June 26th. That's his birthday. Okay. All right. I'll be back. This is week. I've been working through the week, so I haven't really had a chance to plan. I was just jumping on here, gonna give it, just play it by ear. But keep in mind, people, observe yourself, reflect, observe how you are, how you do things in the world. Understand how people react to you. Now, I'm not one who have a lot of friends either. I like having very few, one, maybe two. And I don't even call them my friends. If you've known me longer than 3 years, maybe 5 years, you're family. And I don't take that lightly. But even family, you know, those who cross that path, I deal with them casually because, when you're amongst family, you know, you come across and you just be like, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Hey, cuz, hey, sis, hey, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, let me go. All right, y'all, take care. It's been nice talking to y'all. I'll be back. But I want to plan these things so we have more deeper discussions. I'm not, that's what I've been trying to do. Not necessarily deep, but more conversations with with that to it. All right, y'all, take care. I gotta go. All right, love y'all.